hang out?
No, I gotta go practice.
Come on, you can be a little late. I'll help you sweat.
This is you being supportive, right?
You're too small to be lifting anything anyway. Your uterus is going to fall out.
At least I won't get pregnant.
You gotta win. There's no scholarship for second place.
I know.
Just be strong, sis.
Take a tour of Coastal Bend College in Alice.
But I get into UT.
Consider it a backup plan, Mija.
You're not meant to stay here. I'm happy here, but you won't be.
We promised each other we'd get out of here.
I'm sorry. I'm not here for me. I've done everything I can to help you.
Sometimes it's good to just be happy with what you have.
You're wrong. You always gotta have a dream.
Tell us how you got the acting bug. Oh, God. Okay, I knew as young as, I was young. 3, 4 years old. I always knew what I wanted to do when I grew up. I was always like the one trying to get like the attention at family gatherings and stuff, like dancing and putting on like Selena and saying, look at me dance to this, and look, I can dance like her. So goofy. Throughout school, like I was always in like theater classes and like theater groups and stuff like that. And then when I got to high school, I put it on the back burner. I always wanted it, and I knew that's what I wanted to do, but I put it on the back burner. I was skipping school and busy with boyfriends and getting in trouble and getting in fights. Really? Oh yeah. So it got put on the back burner. You know, in high school, I feel like you're really trying to find yourself and fit in, so expressing yourself and expressing your dreams and goals like that, I was afraid of. I spared myself of the judgment and people laughing and saying, oh, you want to be an actress? Oh, yeah, right. After high school, I started taking classes at a community college, and that lasted for about 1.5 years. Excuse me, and one day, I always knew I didn't want to do that. I did it for my family. They wanted me to go to college. So I went a little bit for my family. And one day, I was in class, and I remember telling myself, I can't do this anymore. I know what I want to do. And a little previously before that, I had met a girl at a job who told me she was taking acting classes. And I thought that was just the coolest thing. I was like, you're taking acting classes and they're not here at the community college? She's like, no, I'm taking acting classes at a studio here in Austin. I got the information from her, and I called a teacher. Her name was Mona Lee. She was my very first acting teacher, and I called her and I just expressed my interest, and she was like, well, you sound really eager. She's like, come in this day with this much money and you can join the class. And that's where it all got started. And going back to when I was in the class in the community college, I got up, packed up my backpack, and went to the advisor's office and dropped all my classes. And I promised myself that dropping out of college and putting that away and forgetting about it, that I was going to give everything that I had to really pursue acting. And started taking classes, and in that class we had a showcase night. So a lot of the local agents came and watched us put up scenes and monologues and stuff, and I got a call from Liz Atherton with it was Chow Talent at the time, and she offered to take me on, and started going out on auditions, and that lasted a few years. And then it was in I think it was in '09 Yeah, in '09, when I booked Benavides Born, which is now All She Can. I went on that audition, and when I read the script, I read that it said powerlifter. And I thought it was a mistake. I was like, why would they submit me to something like a powerlifter? But this is before I knew what a powerlifter was.
Right.
I YouTubed and, Googled stuff on powerlifting, and when I saw what it was, I was like, oh my God, I can do this. Read the script, fell in love with everything about it, and knew in my heart that this was something I could take on. And yeah, now I'm here.
Wow, that is awesome. So we'll talk about All She Can in a bit, but what I really wanted to ask is, so what was your very first film that you ever made?
Oh my God, it was a movie called Apartment 420. It was a student film. It was a student film with UT students. I never went to UT, but I would always go and sit in with the radio, television, and film program, and I don't know how I did it, but I would sneak my way into some of their classes. Yeah, I would go and I would sit in. And then one time there was this local newspaper called The Chronicle in Austin, and in the back there was casting calls and stuff. And I saw that there was auditions for this UT student film, Apartment 420, with this director Ty Perkins. I went in and I did not know they gave me these sides. I didn't even know they were called sides. They just gave me these lines to read, and I literally read them who knows what I was doing. But they called me and they're like, yeah, we want you to play Crystal in this movie. And I was like, really? So we started filming around Austin with this handheld camera, just doing crazy things around Austin, downtown Austin, and they put it together. It was a really cool film. That was my first, that's when it hit me. It was that film that hit me. I remember I was just, I don't know, just the feeling of being on camera and being around all these other actors and being on a movie and then watching it. I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. So that was my first film. Very first, yeah, it was a UT student film. And then I was an extra on Machete, Robert Rodriguez's film Machete. And I was just one of the extras. I was in the group of girls at the pool in one of the pool scenes. I wanted to go because I just wanted to be on set. I wanted just to go watch, just being there and watching.
So how was it like being around Robert De Niro, Jessica Alba, Danny Trejo, among the other actors?
I wasn't among them. I was with Steven Seagal. I did get direction personally with Robert Rodriguez.
Wow.
Yes. The scene I was in, unfortunately, I didn't get to see Jessica Alba. I have seen her. I saw her at the Alma Awards recently. But just being around Steven Seagal, being around these actors and being on this professional, amazing, huge set, I was just it's, when you really love it and your heart's in it, it's surreal. It's just I'm just here. I just want to stand here. I just want to watch you guys. I just want to be part of it. I don't even care. You can put me in a group. That's how I felt at the time.
It's so surreal.
Yeah. So I went and I was doing that. Well, while I was there, I guess it was one of the AEDs came to me, and we were in between takes, and he was like, come here. And I was like, okay. He's like, stand here. You're going to be holding Steven Seagal's laptop in the scene. You're going to be standing next to him in this scene. So I went from being a girl in the crowd to you're going to stand here. And when Steven Seagal is, on his laptop, Steven Seagal plays this Jefe big shot, he doesn't even hold his own laptop, I hold it for him while he's using it. So I'm standing there holding this laptop and, talking to him and working with him. It was really cool. So I got to get even more experience,
What is he like?
He's really nice. He was really cool to me. I mean, the little bit of time that I got to, be around him. No, he was really nice. Very accommodating guy.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and then my very first, that was actually my second, I take that back. My very first experience of being on a professional movie set was Fast Food Nation. There I was, it was a cattle call. I was just someone in the restaurant where they were filming. I know you don't see me or anything. I'm just there to fill the space. That was the very first experience I had with being on an actual movie set. Richard Linklater's Fast Food Nation.
Wow.
Yeah, I was there from 5 in the evening to 5 in the morning. I got paid $75. and it was like in November. It was freezing. They had us out in a tent, but I was happy to be there. Wow. I just wanted to be there. Yeah.
Tonight we will see the drama All She Can. Tell us about it.
Oh man, All She Can is this story of dreams and drive and perseverance. It's a story of a girl named Luz Garcia. She was born and raised in a small, forgotten Texas town called Benavides, Texas. And she grew up there and has dreams and goals, and she wants more than what has kind of been laid out for her. Fast food, you know, or a nurse at a local hospital, or being a young mother like her older sister. She wants more, and starts fighting for it. Gets into UT, gets accepted into UT, but can't afford to go. So she starts powerlifting and to get a scholarship. And then stuff starts to happen, you know. She has some hurdles to overcome, and life happens, and it's her fight of a vision that she has that not a lot of people can see as clear as she can. Doesn't have a lot of support. She doesn't feel she has a lot of support from like her mom and her boyfriend and stuff. People tell her, you know, oh, you need to just stay here, and we can't afford that. But it's her story of perseverance and her drive to get to where she wants to get.
How did it feel to have such a powerful role?
It was a dream come true. I can't tell you like, oh, it was like, no, it was my dream come true. It was literally my dream come true. It was something that I used to sit back and daydream about and envision and just talk about, and happening. It happened.
Now, in the movie, she powerlifts. Did you have to train?
Yeah. Yeah, for like a month and a half. Amy and Dan set me up to work and train on 2 girls powerlifting teams. San Diego, Texas girls powerlifting team, and Elgin, Texas. Patrick Forrester in Elgin was my first coach, and I worked with him for a while, and I got addicted to it. I loved it right away. I'm a very competitive person, and I've always been athletic. So you give me a challenge and tell me to lift this, or, you know, oh, how tough can you be? I was all for it.
What's in the future? What are you going to do?
Right now, I'm not working on anything. I'm always working on something. It's pilot season right now, so I'm auditioning a lot. I have an amazing team now, which I got from Benavides Born being at Sundance. My manager and my agent, and so I'm auditioning a lot. It's my second pilot season, so I'm still kind of, you know, growing into it and seasoning. I'm still kind of considered green, and that's okay. Right now, there's a movie in post-production called End of Watch by director and writer David Ayer. He wrote Training Day with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. He wrote, directed, and produced this film, End of Watch. And I actually went in and auditioned for one of the supporting roles, the chola of the movie. And I got a callback for that.
Oh, wow.
And the callback, I was so overwhelmed. David was sitting there. I was reading to David. And I gave it my all. I kind of got nervous, and I ended up throwing the sides on the floor, and I was like, F these lines. I can't do this. Whatever, you know. He's like, no, relax, you know, just, okay. He had me read it. A few days later, I found out I didn't get the role. Well, a few days later, they called me back and said, David Ayer really loved your energy. He couldn't get you out of his mind. There's just something about you that he loved. You didn't get the role of this, you didn't get this role because they found a real life chola. The girl who played it, she's a local rapper named Flaky. She was amazing. She was a chola. She was the real thing, gangbanger. They found someone better, and I respect that. But they want you to play this girl, Yasmin, at this party. Like, so you didn't get that role you auditioned for. I ended up getting a role I didn't even audition for. Wow. He wanted me in his movie, so he gave me this other role. So that has been a dream come true. It's starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Peña, and America Ferrera.
Oh,
so I got to work with them.
Now that you're living in LA, and it's probably similar to New York as far as Broadway goes, but you've seen the show Smash.
Yeah.
Is it similar like that?
What?
How, that you get casting calls and you have to like talk in front of the director, like you were telling.
Yeah. If you're not always do you do that. Me, right now, most of the time I do pre-reads for the casting directors. Mm-hmm. Yes, I've had the opportunities to be brought into producers and directors. Mm-hmm. I've done that a few times. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is like that. You always have to be ready. Mm-hmm. My acting teacher at the moment talks about you need to always be preparing for a role you don't have yet. Mm-hmm. You always have to be working on that role that you don't even have yet. So, yeah, just going to class, always studying. Right now I'm studying Meisner. Oh. Yeah, I'm becoming a method actress, and I love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, for the people that don't know, what is a method actress?
Meisner is it's a I don't want to say technique because they don't like it when you say technique. I guess I would say it's an approach. For Sandy Meisner, his idea of acting is acting truthfully under imaginary circumstances. So you got to be real, you have to be present, you have to be comfortable, natural. Also with that though, I'm getting deeper into my craft. So recently, it's crazy because yes, I've been the lead in a SAG feature film that had its world premiere at Sundance, but I have a lot to learn and I have a lot to work on, and I have a teacher who told me, she's like, okay, now it's time to take it to the next level. I feel like, sometimes you're just reading the lines. She's like, you're very natural, you're present, you're up there. She's like, don't ever lose that. You're very comfortable up there. She goes, but you need to get deeper into these words, into the subtext, into what's going on in the scene. She's like, now it's time to get deeper. Yeah. And with Meisner, it's helping me. It's helping me with that.
Have you ever thought of doing theater?
Yeah. It's also a theater. It's Playhouse West in North Hollywood, and it's a theater.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where can people check out your? Do you have a website or?
I don't have a website, but they can check out a lot of stuff on IMDb.
Very cool. All right. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
You wanna go hang out?
No, I gotta go practice.
Come on, you can be a little late. I'll help you sweat.
This is you being supportive, right?
You're too small to be lifting anything anyway. Your uterus is going to fall out.
Well, at least I won't get pregnant.
You gotta win. There's no scholarship for second place.
I know.
Just be strong, sis.
Take a tour of Coastal Bend College in Alice.
But I get into UT.
Consider it a backup plan, mija.
You're not meant to stay here. I'm happy here, but you won't be.
We promised each other we'd get out of here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not here for me. I've done everything I can to help you.
Sometimes it's good to just be happy with what you have.
You're wrong. You always gotta have a dream.